KPRC Local 2 investigative reporter Robert Arnold shows you the life-changing crashes and discovers that we may never know how often it happens.
They are the sights and sounds of violent crashes. Crash tests clearly show the benefits of airbags designed to save lives. But these are the Houston area accidents you haven't heard about. Violent front-end crashes with new cars, all equipped with airbags that never went off during an accident.
My airbag never deployed, so...
This was the result of Elma Parada's wreck in Houston, 2 weeks in a coma with severe head injuries. When the 20-year-old rear-ended a truck on the West Loop, the passenger side airbag deployed, but Parada's airbag did not. His head slammed against his car's steering wheel, leaving him with obvious scars and possibly permanent brain damage.
Every day I gotta wake up, thinking about I'm not the same,
We expect it to work. We hope that it'll work. Unfortunately, we're seeing cases where that doesn't happen.
Rob Ammons is Parada's attorney. Ammons has filed a dozen other lawsuits after similar Houston area crashes, arguing airbags should have provided protection, but instead never deployed.
We have scientific proof that shows that these types of injuries are the kinds the airbags should prevent. And that's why we pay to put the airbag in, is so that if we're in this type of a crash, we don't get hurt this way.
The family of this Houston mother says her minivan's airbags failed her, too. Jessica Engelbrecht was driving home from a beach trip to Surfside in 2006. That's when convicted drunk driver Eldon Carter's truck hit her Chrysler minivan head-on at the top of this overpass in Clute. Despite the severe crash, the airbags in Engelbrecht's minivan did not deploy. She died in the hospital a day later. The airbags in Carter's truck did go off. He survived and is now serving a life sentence for driving drunk. Engelbrecht's family is suing Chrysler, arguing the airbags should have deployed, and if so, would have saved her life. So, should airbags deploy in every severe crash? Chrysler says no and argues you can't determine if an airbag should have deployed just by looking at the damage. The automaker says airbag systems use complicated, highly scientific sensors to determine if an airbag should deploy, and that sometimes airbags can do more harm than good. In Engelbrecht's crash, Chrysler says it's still waiting on the minivan's own computer data to determine whether the airbags should have deployed. In a statement, Chrysler writes, "This was a tragic accident, and our deepest sympathies are with the Engelbrecht family. Until that information is available, any attempt to characterize the airbag's operation based on the vehicle's post-accident appearance is purely speculative, premature, and not grounded in fact." But we've discovered these Houston area accidents are not isolated claims. Take a quick look at the internet and you'll see complaint after complaint from other drivers who claim airbags on cars from almost every make and model did not deploy in high-speed front-end wrecks. But is anyone keeping an official count? While automakers like Chrysler and BMW have had airbag-related recalls, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration tells Local 2 investigates it does not keep a database of airbag non-deployment crashes, mainly because local police, not engineering experts, file accident reports. But in a recent look at the information it does keep, NHTSA tells us it found at least 370 accidents in 6 years where it believes airbags should have deployed and could have helped drivers and passengers.
I thought everything was going to be okay when I got the vehicle. I thought everything was going to be right.
Parada says his Houston crash should be added to that list, saying he's paying the price for airbag protection he didn't receive. Interestingly, NHTSA does keep a database on injuries caused by airbags, but again, it does not keep a database when airbags don't deploy. However, investigators say they do closely watch for any trends. So, if you've had a crash where your airbags did not go off, NHTSA needs to hear from you. Call 1-888-327-4236. We'll also have all that contact information on click2houston.com. Just click on the hot button. Robert Arnold, KPRC Local 2.
Now, here's the thing. You may never know that your airbags aren't working until after a crash, but Robert discovered a red flag for you. If your airbag light continues to go on and off, or if it's constantly blinking, you need to get that checked out by your car dealer.